Are the bulls getting exhausted? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Wednesday. We're going to take a look at Litecoin, then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and see where it might be headed. Some key areas to watch, keep an eye on, guys. So definitely we're going to check that out. Also, stick around to the end of the video. We're going to look at that Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart. And depending on how high we go here, we can kind of judge where the correction is going to be. So definitely stick around to the end for that. Also, if you guys haven't checked out the links below in the description box below, there's some links there to get you some free crypto and other stuff to help support the channel. There's an ABRA link. If you make a deposit in ABRA, they give you a free $25 worth of Bitcoin. There's a Coinbase link. You make a deposit, get a free $10 worth of Bitcoin. Ledger Nano link down there. Definitely think about that, guys. Get your cryptos off the exchange. Not your keys, not your crypto. Remember that. Also, there's a Brave browser link. Awesome browser. You don't have to stick through watching all the ads and stuff, especially when you're watching YouTube. So definitely check that out. Also, there's some tip jars there. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been tipping. I really appreciate it. It's not necessary, guys, but it is appreciated. So yeah, let's get on with the video and see what's going on. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my view and my opinion of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen, and that'll get you subscribed to the channel. And then if you tick the notification bell, that'll get you notified whenever I post new videos so you don't miss out on anything. Also, smash those likes, guys, and leave your comment in the comment section down below. That'll also get you entered to win the free t-shirt. We have a drawing on Sunday. We pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week, and that picks our winner. So don't forget to do that. And all right, let's see where we're at here. Looking at Litecoin on the daily. And we've been watching this here as a cup and a handle over here. And if we do a measured move off that, the neckline was around the $94 range. Measured move off that's 167. That's still my more immediate target, guys. I do believe we're going to hit that here within I hate to give time frames, but I do believe we're going to hit that pretty soon here. Now I have another measured move here, using the 108 area as the neckline, and we move that up to where we broke out over here, and that gets us up to the 192 range. That would be my next target after the 167. Obviously, you can see I have some more targets in here. I'll kind of show you how I got them. This one here, looking at this as the resistance line, and this is the bottom of a rising broadening wedge. And I have a target here of 145, and we're going to look into that when I go into the 4 hour. But and then I'll show you how I got the rest of these targets here. So let's go into the RSI, kind of look at what's going on there. See what that's telling us. We still are within this rising channel here. Let's go into the 4 hour and see what we're looking at. All right, so I'm not too sure about this rising channel I have drawn here, but I did put it in there this morning. As you can see, we're in this falling channel here. And if you look here, we had a falling wedge popped out of, came into a falling channel, popped out of that into another falling channel. Now it looks like we're in a rising channel here. We may come up to test the top of this rising channel, this blue rising channel within here, which would also break us out of this falling channel. So I do believe we're going to have that move up here, like I said, but let's go into 4 hour and look at the price action. All right, let's look at the rest of these targets real quick. Guys, first we're going to look at the bearish scenario. I like to do that. You got to be ready for whatever, especially if you're trading this market. Even though I'm not bearish and I don't believe we're going to go down right now, I do want to show you guys this. So all right, we're looking at the 4 hour. Now in the bearish case, guys, we could come back down and test this trend line here around the $98 range, and if that breaks, Then we're looking at getting to the bottom of this ascending broadening wedge here in the blue, and the bottom of that would be around the $90 range. And if that wasn't to hold and we were to break through that, next target's around the $61 range, guys. One after that, it's 53. And the reason the 53 is there, that's our long-term trend line. I don't believe we'll drop below that. Even if we continue up and drop later or whatever, this target keeps getting higher and higher. That's a raising trend line. As you guys know, the bottom's in my opinion, 100%. My opinion. But anyways, let's let me zoom in here a little bit and we'll look at the bullish scenarios now. All right, so looking at this as a bull flag forming here, a little bull flag with a flag pull. This is the measured move of the flag pull. If we were to continue up from here, the 134.50 is my range if we're to break up here, which is quite possible. If not, I see us coming back down to test this maybe at the $99 to the $100 range and then continuing up from there. But only time will tell with that. Just keep an eye on this, guys. If you are trading it, like I said, good possibility we come down to the $97 to $100 range. And if that doesn't hold, then obviously the 90. Now let's look at this next target I have here is this 145 area. And that comes from me looking at this. Let me zoom out so you can see this trend line here that I've drawn from these three peaks. And it meets up with this rising wedge also. So that's around the 145 range. And then let's look at the higher target. You know I got the 167 off the cup and handle. But if we're looking at this, if we were to break out of this, break through that 145 range, then we're looking at, and obviously this 192 is from that larger cup and handle that I showed you in the beginning too. But if we were to break up out of this, that would be breaking out of the ascending broadening wedge and breaking above this trend line. That would get us to the 202 area right in there. But again, guys, 145 is going to be the telltale. If we break through that, you know, that's when we know we're making our next moves up. But I do believe these are coming though, guys. The other measured move I have, obviously you can see at 239. Let's zoom out a little bit. And that is a measured move off using this as a larger broadening wedge, with this line here being the top line and this line here being the bottom. The measured move off of that goes still off of that 145 breaking point. That gets us around to the 239 area, guys. So that's where I'm at here. Let's look at Bitcoin. All right, looking at Bitcoin on a daily, you can see I added a higher target, and I will show you how I got that once we get into the 4 hour. So, all right, looking at this as a cup and handle, which we reached our target, which was the $84 range. Excuse me. And then we were looking at this as a ascending broadening wedge also. And the measured move off that would be taking a measurement of the wedge and where we broke out. That's what gets me up to this 96.22. That is a very important area. I do see us getting to that, at least, guys. But these are very possible too. I believe we're probably going to continue up to these if we break this 96. So let's look at how I got those now. All right, so I did a measured move off. Like I said, I'll show you the 11.6 here in a little bit. But the 10.6, I got that off measuring this as a flagpole from where it broke out right here. We move that up to this little triangle that was formed. That gets us up to the 10.6 area, guys. So that's how I got the three higher targets here. Let's look at the daily RSI, see how that's looking. Whoops. All right, so in the daily RSI, if you watched yesterday, you know I said this could be forming a possible inverse head and shoulders, and then we shoot back up to test this line. That's exactly what I think is happening right now. And I'll show you in the 4 hour where I'm at with that. Okay, so in the 4 hour, you guys know we've been watching this long rising channel since back in December. November, December. Oh, we had this rising wedge forming here, which we broke out of here, and now we're in a rising channel. We do have another touch coming, I do believe, down here. If we don't continue up from here, and I'm going to show you that in the price action right now. Excuse me. All right. First off, we'll take a look at the bearish scenario, guys, just so we know what is possible. Not that I think it's going to happen, but we do have to take a look at it. All right, so you can see I have a rising wedge drawn here. Now, if we look, we were watching this channel here. I've been calling it the old channel. It's been there forever. It's been real significant, and you can tell. If you're in the Discord, if you belong to our Discord, check it out if you don't. But I did put it. We were watching this yesterday, and if this line didn't hold, then we were going to probably go down. Now, I have this target at the 79.86, which would be the bottom of this old channel again, where we've gotten a lot of support off of and resistance right here. But we could possibly go down there. I don't see that happening, guys. I think we're going to probably come back down. As you can see, we broke down past this back into the channel and then tried to pop out. I don't believe it's ready to pop out yet. I believe we're going to come back down to around the between the 300 and 350 range and then continue up from there. But if, I don't know, I think I just totally locked up. There we go. If we were to break down from here, I have a measured move. Obviously, this channel would be with the first point. If we were to break down, come down and test the bottom of this channel, the measured move off of that, if this channel breaks, is around the 71.50 range. And if we did a measured move off of this rising wedge, the measured move, worst case scenario on the bearish side is about 64.50 area. And like I said, stick around to the end. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly chart and look at what I believe is the worst case scenario for our retracement. So anyways, I wanted to show you how I got the rest of these targets. This is at 96.22 that I'm pretty sure of. If we are to break out and hit the 96.22, it'll probably come back down, test this, and continue up from there. But I do want to show you how I got the 11.6 target, 11,600, and that's this line right here is a measured move of this bull flag down here. And if it was to break out, being this has been a very parabolic move, I believe it's going to continue parabolic for quite some time. So that gives me the possibility of this 11.6. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold. Now take a good look at this, guys. I've drawn trend lines from each peak to where it broke down at 600, and we'll zoom in a little bit, and you'll see that each one of these lines became resistance, broke through, and then they become support. Keep an eye on this yellow line too, because this is my end of the year target. It's 46, around the 46,000 range. Obviously this number is not going to be exact, but this is my target for the end of the year. I know it's bold, but it's my target. So, all right, let's keep an eye on that. And this is kind of showing us the future here, in my opinion. Patterns of pattern, human emotions, human emotion, and charts create patterns off human emotions, and they usually play out the same. Although the gold chart is weekly and the Bitcoin chart is daily, times have changed. We have the internet now. Everything's a lot faster. Plus, Bitcoin is a lot smaller market. So let's take a look. It's like seeing into the future. And this is why I believe we're going to get this 46,000 range. If you look at the gold weekly chart and how it bottomed out, we had two touches on this bottom trend line, and it continued up from there. I want to point out, too, that right in here in 2003, the gold ETF was approved. And you can see what happened after that. I know they said the ETF isn't going to affect Bitcoin. Bullshit. It would definitely affect it. Even if that isn't it, I believe, show me the charts that tell me the news. And we're right in this area in Bitcoin. And there's some huge news coming, guys. What it is, not 100% sure. Could be the ETF. Could be something else with adoption. I don't know. But something big is coming. And Also, I wanted to point out there was never a big capitulation candle, which isn't necessary. And now you don't hear everybody talking about it, just like you don't hear everybody talking about the NVT anymore, because I don't believe in all that, all the indicators and all that stuff. I believe in RSI, trend lines, support and resistance, a little bit of Fibonacci. That's really about it, guys. Keep it simple. But anyways, yeah, so like I said, the other thing is, this is why I believe hyperwave is bullshit. You know, they say they follow 400 charts that are in a hyperwave and blah, blah, blah. But if you just look at this, they never mention gold, never any of this. And this chart looks exactly like Bitcoin. So why don't they talk about it? Who knows? But anyways, yeah, let's go back to the Bitcoin chart, and 2 touches on the bottom, just like gold. Like I said, we're in that area where in the gold chart, the ETF was approved. So like I said, some big news should be coming here. Now we're going to zoom in and look, we had 2 touches just like gold on the bottom. Each time we touched one of these trend lines that I've drawn, they started out as resistance and became support all the way up. Now, talk about the correction. If we were to get to that 96, say we get to the 9600 range, and we corrected from there, that would be a 30% correction, would be around the $6,700 range, guys. And I do want to point out, I don't think we're going to see below 6,000, possibly not below 6,600, possibly 7,000. I do believe this bull run is in effect, guys. So now if we look at the 10-6, that correction would be a 35% correction. If we look at the 11-6, that'd be about a 40% correction. So, and that would be coming back down to test this trend line. I believe this is going to be our support in the worst case scenario for our retracement. And as you can see, the longer we go, the higher it gets. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this, guys. This year is going to be awesome for crypto. I'm going to also go into the weekly now, show you the weekly RSI, and take a look at what's going on here. All right, so this is the 2013 bull market. This is the 2017 bull market. Through this trend line here, we have 2 touches for resistance and then broke through, and the bull run was on. This is 2017 with the 2018 bear market, same trend line, 2 touches, and we broke through. This one's a lot more powerful. Now let's look at the monthly. And in the monthly, we have these 2 arcs drawn in here. This is the 2013 bull market. This is 2017. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. And if you look, this is the bear market following the 2013 bull run. Each one of these arrows represents a new low in the RSI. There's 4 of them before the bull run. Same thing in the 2018 bear market. 4 arrows representing the low, a new low in the RSI, and boom. The only difference I see here, guys, is this arc is going to be a whole lot quicker. That's my opinion. You know, everybody think for themselves, make your own decisions. I just told you my opinions, and let me know what you think. If you do want to get subscribed to the channel, all you got to do is click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes, guys. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.